Akira is the first in Heeson's new 57-metre aluminium class with an ultra-efficient fast displacement hull form and IMO Tier 3 compliant engines. Capable of a top speed of 22 knots, she's not only fast, but also economical, thanks to her lightweight construction and slippery hull lines. In fact, she requires less power and consumes up to 50% less fuel than a conventional steel displacement yacht of the same size. A go-anywhere yacht with 780 gross tons of internal volume, low environmental footprint, and shallow draft ideal for cruising the Bahamas, Akira is the largest full aluminium yacht currently available on the market with delivery in 2024. Her shapely profile, softly raked bow and bold fashion plates are by Frank Laubmann of Omega Architects. A standout feature of her exterior design is the unusual scallop-shaped transom that increases the size of the large fixed swim platform. Offering some 400 square meters of luxurious interior space, Akira is also the first Heesen project on which the shipyard has worked with an interior designer, in this case UK-based Harrison Eidsgaard, to develop the general arrangement. This decision alone led to a step change in the way the design has been approached.
Hi, good morning and welcome to the studio of Harrison Eidsgaard. I'm Ben Harrison and this is my partner Ewa Eidsgaard. We were extremely honoured to have been asked by Heesen to design the interior for the new yacht Akira. So this was actually a first for Heesen in their production line series to bring a designer on board really to look at the GA and the layout. So we worked very closely with the Heesen engineers to try and ensure that we could push services, pipe work as far outboard and really hide it as much as possible to maximise clear openings for windows, sight lines and things like that to really make the flow through this boat exceptional.
From materials perspective for Project Akira, we really had two objectives in mind, and one was to provide flexibility and of course to give the project an identity.
The main saloon is always an important part of the boat because very often this is the first place where guests arrive. This is their first glimpse into the interior. And we really wanted to keep the background fairly simple, embellished with wonderful pieces of artwork, with pieces of furniture. A real modern sort of approach is to focus on the view as well. So there are huge pieces of glass within the interior. And what we wanted to do was to really allow the guests to see beyond our interior and therefore keep the surrounds fairly simple.
So as Ben said, the salon is the most dramatic of the spaces. In this particular version, we introduced a contemporary grey wood, which goes together with some darker fabrics, and again it's a wonderful space to display fabulous pieces of art.
So the main atrium staircase increasingly is a really important part of super yacht design. This is where I think most owners want this wow, they want a wow factor and they want people to be impressed when they arrive in this space. We, in the early stages, rejigged that staircase to improve the guest cabin spaces to, if you like, take less volume for the staircase and give it back to other spaces. Flexibility is something that we've really had to consider with Akira, and that's meant that we have looked at two versions, one with a lift and one without a lift. Obviously, without the lift, you have much more of an atrium stair, but it was important that when the lift was also there, that this really kind of enhanced and equally created a spectacular piece of architecture. So moving forward from the main staircase atrium, you enter through a large door into an owner's private office on the starboard side. From this, you then go into the full beam owner's cabin, which really takes advantage of the huge windows in the exterior design by Omega Architects. And this really is intended to be a very open plan space. From the owner's cabin, you go forward, and again you have a full beam bathroom, separated into his and hers by a standalone toilet cubicle. But we've really tried to enhance the architectural connection between these spaces with the use of slithers of glass. So for instance, the forward wall of the bathroom actually runs completely from port side to starboard side through this toilet cubicle with a little glass slither on each side. So it's all about trying to connect spaces together.
The master bedroom is definitely my favorite room. All the materials make it into an incredibly sort of cocoon space, full of textures and very subtle tonal changes. There is also an introduction of slightly darker accent colors, which only adds to the elegance of the space. There's a fantastic space behind the bed to put some feature art, and we are currently showing wonderfully three-dimensional piece by French Jane Pulagarde, which we absolutely love.
So the guest cabins themselves are configured sort of in quite a traditional 4-guest cabin layout for 8 guests. And we have a desk in each cabin, nice wardrobe space, and we've tried to keep the decor as simple as possible and the architecture as simple as possible, really to make them feel light. There's a lot of light. We've scalloped the window openings, so they should really feel very comfortable, but not over elaborate in their decor.
So guest cabins use the decoration and the materials to maximize the space, really. There is light wood cladding, elegant leather, really soft carpeting, which make it all very comfortable and luxurious.
A lot of thought has gone into the Akira Beach Club. The tenders have been located on the foredeck in order to allow this space to really be a designated beach club. So there's no requirement to launch your tenders in order to use it. What we've looked at is really to create a place to relax. You're close to the water. We have big windows into it. There is a bar there, also a big comfortable sofa with television. And this is really a prime chill out, hang out space during the kind of daily operation of the yacht.
Beach Club materials focus on very natural and textured finishes. So we have a wonderful tumbled marble countertop to the bar. There's teak flooring, white wood paneling and louvers, and that really sits very well with the richness and the warmth of stained teak that we are using in this space.
Sometimes a bit of an afterthought, I think, with designs. In this case, really, we wanted to make this a spectacular feature and really play on the indoor-outdoor relationship of the space. What we wanted to do is to really look very much at the flow, how people walk through this space. We have this huge glass door at the back end of it, which opens fully. This is meant to be a very relaxed space, so I think that the language of the architecture is more relaxed. And I think it really works when you have these doors open. There's a tremendous flow through the space, but also the focal length, it will feel like a big space because of all of this glass. So located at the top of the atrium staircase, you come in the door, you have a big window or a pair of windows into the VIP space. It's probably one of the best locations on the boat. You're high up, you have fantastic views out. And we've managed to squeeze in, double sinks, a huge shower. And so we're very pleased with the way that we've been able to achieve this really quite generous VIP cabin within the fast exterior, sleek design from Omega Architects.
Akira is a fine example of the consistent mission that Heesen has pursued from day one, to create yachts with exceptional standards of engineering and meticulous attention to detail. Our commitment to quality, part of our Dutch yacht building heritage, is unrivaled. All Heesen yachts are engineered and built in the 9 sheds at our shipyard in Oss. And we are one of the few yacht builders with an in-house team of interior design specialists and cabinet makers. By carefully developing both the exterior and interior design, and selecting advanced yet proven technologies, we make sure our yachts can provide the best onboard experience for their future owners. And because we start building some of our yachts in advance to cut waiting times, that experience can come sooner than you think.